Delta 9, Delta Sierra Tango, or daylight saving time.
Roger, DST, and what's the name there?
Roger, DST, and what's the name there?
The name here is Pat, Papa Alpha Tango, and I'm about 20 miles west of Champaign, Illinois.
Alrighty, Pat, and what radio are you running today, sir?
Alrighty, Pat, and what radio are you running today, sir?
I'm running the Yaesu FTDX-10, and that's going into the Meritron 811H amplitude 1002 auto tuner.
Alrighty there, Pat. I started on the PA Pennsylvania SDR, and I moved over to my local antenna, and I've got a good copy on you now. So if you would be interested in our setup procedure, it starts with you verifying that you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth. 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth. Roger?
Yeah, roger that. I'm on 7.188, same as you are.
Yes, sir. Now, this is not the frequency. This is the operation bandwidth of the transmitter. You have on that radio a selection of 3 different bandwidths, probably, and one of them is called wide, 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth. Roger?
I'm on wide.
Yes, sir, that's exactly where you should be. All right, now continuing with the setup, it starts with our compressor being engaged at a 3. It's a token amount, something you'll never hear on the air, but it helps us come up with a 3 dB dynamic range at the end of the setup. So, compression on at a 3, that's a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. We're just looking for a 30% of the compression. So it's a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Roger?
Roger that. I'm looking for the compression, and I'm having trouble finding it here on this rig. I got mic equalizer here on this rig. I got mic equalizer, processor level, ANC level. See the compression on it.
Mic compression is it, Roger?
Mic compression is it, Roger?
Was that mic equalizer?
No, compression. Mic compression.
No, compression. Mic compression.
I don't see it on this menu. I see mic gain, mic equalizer, processor level, ANC level, box gain, box delay, all that good stuff, but I sure don't see the mic compression anywhere on it.
All right, let me. We have a nomenclature difference there. Your processor is your mic compressor. Different manufacturers call it different things. It is a compressor, but some manufacturers call it processor. So we want your processor on at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled. Roger?
3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled. Roger?
Okay, roger that. Yeah, I have it at 26 right now, so it would be 30 out of 100. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Just move it up a skosh, about three clicks there to 30. Roger, Roger?
Just move it up a skosh, about three clicks there to 30. Roger?
Okay, roger that. I've got the processor level at 30.
That's excellent. Okay, now let's move to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you say the magic word audio, don't stress it, just say it like you would say any other word in a QSO. Audio, stretch out the front of that word audio, and use your mic gain to adjust your ALC for reading of 2/3. So it's a 2/3 on your ALC meter as you say the word audio, and you adjust your mic gain. Roger?
The word audio, and you adjust your mic gain. Roger?
Roger that. Audio.
Pat, you might be stressing it just a little bit too much. Just say it like you would say any other word. Hello, hello, audio, like that. Don't stress it. Just say it, Roger.
Audio, like that. Don't stress it. Just say it, Roger.
Audio, audio, audio.
Does that look about 2/3 on the ALC meter?
Does that look about 2/3 on the ALC meter?
Just a minute. Let me find the ALC meter. Let's see if it's on the menu up here. Oh, give me a minute. I'll find it.
I'll tell you what, why don't you tell me about your antenna system for about 10 seconds, Roger?
Why don't you tell me about your antenna system for about 10 seconds, Roger?
Yeah, I have a ground-mounted vertical Houseworth 4B TV antenna.
Alrighty, do you know where your equalization page is on that radio? Or your tone control page?
Your equalization page is on that radio? Or your tone control page?
Not right offhand. Would it be in the radio settings?
Yes, sir. Settings, transmit, sideband, tone control.
Sideband, tone control.
Here's sideband.
And that should give you tone control?
And that should give you tone control?
Or equalization, depending on the manufacturer and what they call it.
Or equalization, depending on the manufacturer and what they call it.
Well, I appreciate your help, but I don't think I'm going to be able to go through all this with you. I don't see it on here anywhere.
All right, you should have a thing on your radio with a wrench, kind of an X with a wrench across it, settings. You go to settings, and then go to transmit, then to sideband, and then to tone control. There's, one cues into the next, Roger.
One cues into the next, Roger.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything like that. And tell you the truth, I think I've got my radio set up pretty good.
Well, you need a little bit more top end for articulation. The whole thing is to be able to understand what somebody's saying in adverse conditions. I mean, when you've got 20 dB of noise and you got 3 guys throwing carriers and stuff, you need to be as articulated as you can be. And that's the upper range. That's the treble aspect. That's the treble EQ part is where the articulation is. So why don't you read your book there and find out how to get to your tone control. Maybe join us next Friday and we can work on that. Roger?
Control. Maybe join us next Friday and we can work on that. Roger?
Well, I've got mode single sideband and AF treble gain, AF middle tone gain, AF bass gain, and all that right here in front of me. Does any of that sound familiar?
Yes, sir. That's exactly where we need to be. That's exactly where we need to be. So you have a 3-band EQ, and what we want to do is that treble EQ, that first one, the top one, treble EQ, we want to go 3 clicks boost from where you are on that control. 3 clicks to boost treble EQ from where you are. Roger, Roger?
3 clicks to boost treble EQ from where you are. Roger, Roger?
Okay, you want me to set that at 3 or 6?
I want you to set it 3 clicks hotter than where it is at the moment. 3 clicks hotter than where it was. Roger?
Where it is at the moment. 3 clicks hotter than where it was. Roger?
Okay, it's done.
Alrighty, and give me about 10 or 15 seconds and tell me the best thing you like about your radio. Roger?
About 10 or 15 15 seconds and tell me the best thing you like about your radio, Roger.
Well, the best thing I like about my radio is everything on it to where it sounds really well, and get it to where I can receive well. Other than that, it's really a nice radio. It's got all kinds of filters on it, so that I can filter out noise and help bring in the distant signals. So that's about it.
Yes, sir, Pat. Well, I think you've achieved a great situation there. That 3 dB click boost really helps you a great deal as far as articulation and being able to understand what you're saying. So if you want to hear your audio, the before and the after, as it were, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording, and it'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,500 Qso-Vlog aircheck recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. So go to YouTube, do a call letter search, KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. Roger?
VKV, followed by the word logbook. Roger?
Yeah, roger that. Well, I can also hear it myself. When I talk, it will play back what I said.
Yes, sir. Well, anyway, I think you sound a lot better this way, and I think you'll agree when you listen to your recording. Roger, Roger?
This way, and I think you'll agree when you listen to your recording. Roger, Roger?
Roger, roger. Okay, what else do I need to do?
I think you're in good stead right now. I think you've done it, sir. 73, and check it out on YouTube. Roger, Roger?
73, and check it out on YouTube. Roger, Roger?
Yeah, roger, roger. Are you just getting tired of me, or are you really serious about it? I know it's kind of hard to follow directions over the air, but I want to make sure that I've got everything set where it sounds best.
Oh, I think it sounds perfect there, Pat. You can always use another 10 dB of signal. I would love to hear you, like my next door neighbor, but I hear you close enough to get your EQ set, so that's close enough. That's all we need to do. You did a great job following instructions, Roger.
We need to do. You did a great job following instructions, Roger.
Yeah, roger that. I wish I could find that other, I don't know what you call it, but anyway, the one that you said earlier.
The ALC adjustment?
The ALC adjustment?
Yeah, the ALC adjustment. I don't know why that's not on here. That is something that is extremely important, and I sure don't see it on here anywhere.
Yes, sir. It's there, I'm sure. You just have to look for it. But I'm looking at your audio now, and you're perfect. The ALC is set exactly where it should be, but just for your information, I'm sure that information is in your book. ALC, automatic level control. That would be the other term for it. Automatic level control. Roger, Roger?
The term for it. Automatic level control. Roger, Roger?
Roger, roger. Yeah, I think I've got that right here on the front of the radio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your multimeter should be showing your ALC. Now, you notice that your ALC level on that meter does not necessarily run from one end of the meter to the other. A lot of ALC readings only run from the lower left side to mid-scale. They don't go all the way to the right. So but you can look at your meter, and it shows ALC and how it runs, and we want to be just a little bit to the right of mid-scale. Roger?
We want to be just a little bit to the right of mid-scale. Roger?
Yeah, roger that, roger that. I thought it was on the front, but it's not. I've got ATT and IPO, roofing filters, AGC. It doesn't have it on the front of the radio, but that That's good. If you think it sounds, pretty good, well, I'm satisfied with it.
Yes, sir. I'm looking at the meter, and you're right at 3 dB dynamic range, which is exactly what we want. If we get fatter than that, we start to get blurry, and we don't want to do that. We want our words to be crystal clear, and you're right there, Roger.
Do that. We want our words to be crystal clear, and you're right there, Roger.
Roger. Well, I've got a bad voice, a bad radio voice anyway. But listen, thanks a lot for the help, and I'll go ahead and clear with you and let the next station jump in here. KD9, daylight savings time, will be clear. And thank you very much.
Roger, Pat-73, sir. Thanks for dropping by. And again, if you want to hear your recording, go to YouTube, do a call letter search KC9VKV logbook, and that'll bring it up. And it'll be cut number 173, and we'll have it posted by noon tomorrow. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.